Interior medical bay, night. Kylo's medical slab rises vertical. He looks into a mirror at his altered face, half covered with smelted iron. A monster.
Finish it.
A new mask lowers onto his head and locks into place, spitting steam. We don't see the front of it. Not yet. A strip of glowing buttons light up on the underside of his forearm. The med droid presses a code. The helmet beeps.
Breathe.
He does. A new sound, different than Vader's. Guttural. Deep. Interior. Chancellor Hux' chamber. Night. Ornate drapes and an indoor fountain. A huge, throne-like chair faces the city through a massive circular window. Hux removes his trench coat, pointed hat, catches himself in the mirror, touches the streak of gray hair. He peers into a glass case at an object of his affection. A lightsaber, resting on a pedestal. A collector's item. He gazes at it with envy. Hux removes a few coins from his pocket, places one on the table, extends his hand, and tries to use the Force to move it. It doesn't budge. His face grows red from trying.
Has all been well in my absence?
Hux startles, embarrassed. Kylo's masked face is in the shadow.
Supreme Leader, you've returned. If I'd known.
I don't need grand displays and processions. Or titles. Chancellor.
Kylo steps into the light. The new mask is reminiscent of his first, but sharper, nastier, scarier.
My knights tell me the girl was within your grasp.
Apparently your knights took it upon themselves to deal with my general's failure.
And how should I address your failure?
Hux turns whiter, takes a small step back.
What happened to you?
She's beloved, isn't she?
Belief is the solace of peasants. The people cling to folklore, but they fear the First Order.
They fear me. Soon I will command the Force in ways unseen since the ancients.
The power described in the Sith texts. You found it.
It is within my reach. The ability to destroy a planet will be insignificant.
What are your orders?
Find the resistance. Wipe them out.
And the girl?
Leave her to me.
Interior, Resistance Base, briefing room, day. A hologram of the capital lights up. Poe stands before the Resistance leadership, Leia nearby.
As you know, the First Order has silenced communication between all neighboring systems. The source of the blockade is a transmission jammer deep in the First Order capital on Coruscant, here.
The capital hologram blinks, zooms, a cube within.
So far, we've been unable to find a weakness. No thermal exhaust port, no oscillator. In other words, they're onto us.
Leia smiles. He's great.
Our forces are too depleted to mount a direct assault, but we found an alternative.
The capital hologram dissipates to make way for a new structure. The Jedi Temple, a familiar five-spired building.
An analog system from the days of the Old Republic.
Schematics of an ancient machine powered by kyber crystal.
A small team will activate the beacon and summon the galaxy to war.
The hologram demonstrates. A light shoots from the center spire and connects 50 other planets like dots.
When they succeed, the rest of us will be ready.
Ben steps forward, eyes alive.
I'll lead the team, General.
I'll lead the team, General, but I'll let him think he's doing it.
Leia eyes Rey, sensing her conflict.
Rey?
They're looking for me. It's dangerous enough as it is. I can't go with you.
Poe's smile fades. Leia doesn't press it, reading the room.
Prepare to evacuate. We'll reconvene at the rendezvous point.
On R2-D2 and C-3PO. R2 beeps.
Coruscant. Finally, a good idea from those scrambled circuits of yours. Coruscant will be quite pleasant this time of year.
R2 garbles and rolls off. C-3PO follows.
Yes, a properly refined city will be welcome after hoveling down here like a gun dark.
Interior, Resistance Base, corridor, day. Poe catches up with Rey.
Hey, what was that about?
I have to bring an end to all this. I have to confront him.
You're just gonna confront him. Who talks like that?
Jedi do. I'm new to this.
Okay, I'm going with you.
No. I have to go alone.
Is that in your book too? Where is this confrontation going to happen?
Mortis, in the unknown regions.
Mortis is a myth.
It isn't. I saw it.
Oh, you saw it. And how do you plan on finding it?
Rey hesitates, unsure.
I'll figure it out.
She walks away. Poe follows, determined.
Hey, look. I know you think I'm wasted air on any mission, Master Jedi.
Please stop calling me that.
But the thing is, I know someone who can find the system you're looking for.
If it's one of your Flight Academy friends, I swear.
It's not one of those guys. But those guys are great.
Because they are unreliable at best, and I'm being nice.
She's a navigator, lives on Bonadan, force sensitive, like you. Not exactly like you. Spice diggers used to pay her to find deposits on asteroids.
Do you trust her?
She's a little off, but if this place exists, she can find it.
Ray softens. Poe is standing closer than he's ever been.
Hey, I get it. No attachments, Jedi path. I've read that story too, but I'm just saying you don't have to do this alone.
On Leia. Through layers of pilots, she notices Ray and Poe in the corridor. Recognizes the romantic tension. Her knowing look quickly turns to concern. On Poe and Rose. Finn tightens a bolt on the grappling cannon. A loud clank startles him. He closes his eyes, left hand shaking.
Hey, it's okay.
Finn's past has followed him for years. Memories of friends kidnapped and conditioned to serve.
One of the stormtroopers on Plot. I knew him. Trained together when we were kids. Looked so scared. Remember that feeling?
I don't think that feeling ever goes away.
Can't let any more of them end up like me. It has to stop.
Rose puts a calming hand on his. He breathes easier.
That's what we're fighting for.
Interior, Kylo Ren's chamber, night. Kylo gazes down at Darth Vader's burned mask, speaking once more to the grandfather he never knew.
I understand you now. Your weakness, your pain. You allowed love to cloud your judgment. I will succeed where you failed.
He grips Vader's mask and exits onto his balcony. 1,000 feet up, a layer of clouds below, stars above. Kylo holds Vader's mask out over the edge and lets it go. It plunges below the clouds and shatters. Interior, TIE silencer, night. Kylo Ren lowers into the cockpit. His drone, VX-20, settles into the data dock over his right shoulder.
Set a course for Remnicor.
VX-20 beeps in affirmative. Interior, war room, night. Hux watches Kylo's TIE silencer fly into the starfield above.
Goodbye, Ren.
Commander Selleck approaches.
Sir, one of our probes picked up the droid signal. We found them.
Ready my ship. I want to witness their extinction myself.
Shall I inform the Supreme Leader?
No. Let Kylo and the girl fulfill the empty promises of their ancient religion. In the end, they'll destroy each other, as Jedi and Sith always have. Then we will rise, strong, decisive, ready to bring true order to the galaxy.
Commander Selleck eyes Hux, unnerved by him.
Prepare the attack.
Exterior, Resistance base, spacecraft hangar, day. Buzzing energy as the Resistance evacuates the base. Poe and Chewbacca load up the Millennium Falcon.
Because I'm not sending her out there alone, that's why. Will you trust me?
Nearby, Rose and Finn load up the Phantom Hawk, her junky but reliable ship pieced together from parts. Rose has the hood open, tinkering with the innards.
This is a Corellian hyperdrive. R2, do we have a key code for this?
R2-D2 projects a hologram of key codes. Finds a match.
This is every hyperdrive key in the old Imperial fleet. They still use these. R2, where did you get this?
R2-D2 beeps.
I told you to erase the data from Bespin's central computer. You don't know where it's been.
Finn looks past the droids to Rey, loading up the Falcon with Poe and Chewie. He approaches her.
Guess this is goodbye.
Don't say that.
I'm a long way since Jakku.
So have you. They trust you. They should.
Finn and Rey hug. They say nothing, but it means everything. Poe appears, BB-8 rolling alongside him.
We should get out of here before...
Finn pulls Poe in strongly and hugs him.
Take care of him.
I will.
Finn swallows his emotion and forces himself away to the Phantom Hawk where Rose sweats under the engine bay.
No, hop aboard. Relax. I'll handle all of this work.
Rey watches Finn board the ship. Nothing but love for her friend. Beyond the Phantom Hawk, Leia approaches.
Leia. Hi.
You don't have to say it.
Right. Force sensitive.
I can save your son.
I believed that once. Like you.
There's good in him.
There's good in all of us. But the boy I knew is gone. Rey, be careful.
Master Luke trained me well.
Some things you can't train for.
Rey follows Leia's eyes to Poe, caught staring at her just as Chewbacca tosses him a wrench.
I don't... What?
Come on. I know how complicated this is.
I can't. There are rules. Jedi rules.
Written by who? Some old man 1,000 years before you were born?
Leia speaks to Rey like her own daughter.
My whole life, I heard one word. Balance. I never really understood what it meant until the first time I saw you. I heard that word again, like it was whispered to me. Balance.
Leia takes her hand, intimate, close.
You're not like my father or my brother. You're new. Whatever happens, remember, the Force chose you, Rey. Your story isn't written by anyone else.
Boom. A massive blast shakes the mountain. Dust crumbles. Alarms blare. Massive blips on the radar screens.
Resurgent-class Star Destroyer detected. We're taking fire.
Exterior, space, Korolev orbit. The finalizer bears down on the planet while 2 other First Order starships arrive from lightspeed, flanking it. Interior, finalizer, destroyer, bridge, day. Hux looks out at the glowing planet beyond.
Decimate any ship leaving the planet. Charge the primary weapon.
Boom. Alarm lights flash. Pilots run for their ships.
Emergency evac. All personnel and craft to rendezvous point Crimson.
Resistance guards surround Leia.
Route all unarmored transports to the Eclipse. It's our only way out.
Leia locks eyes with Rey as she goes.
Rey, we have to go. Rey!
Rey races up the Falcon ramp. Poe yells to Finn.
Go! Get out of here!
Finn and Rose hurry into the Phantom Hawk. Transports and fighters fly out of the hangar toward the waiting Eclipse, hidden in a deep canyon. Interior, Millennium Falcon, cockpit, day. Rey and Poe instinctively spin into the pilot seats. Chewie doesn't like it. He roars.
I know, your seat.
Chewie bangs the walls. That's his damn chair.
Can we talk about this later?
Interior, Phantom Hawk, day. Rose reverses their ship out of the hangar. Another blast from the Star Destroyer pulses the shields.
I'm afraid our shields cannot withstand a super laser of this magnitude.
Tell me the odds, 3PO. I like numbers.
Finn watches the Millennium Falcon rise out of the sinkhole.
Good luck, Rey.
Interior, Millennium Falcon, cockpit, day. Rey answers Finn as if he's next to her.
You too.
The Falcon rises out of the deep sinkhole to the surface where the jungle is on fire. Laser blasts pound the mountain base from above, relentless. Just inside the shield barrier, transports and fighters fly into the open docking bays of the Eclipse Destroyer. Like bees into a hive, safe inside. Interior, Eclipse Destroyer, bridge, day. Leia takes her command position on the bridge, now fully manned by Resistance personnel.
Shields are at 8%, General. We can't wait any longer.
She takes one last look at Korolev, another home taken from her. Interior, finalizer, destroyer, bridge, day. Hux's pale face glows from superfire laser.
Primary weapon charged, sir.
Fire!
Interior, Phantom Hawk, space. Finn and Rose feel the heat of the explosion all around them as the light bends ahead and they escape into hyperspace. Interior, Eclipse Destroyer, bridge, day. Leia closes her eyes, feeling the loss of the men and women left behind as the Eclipse makes the jump to lightspeed. Exterior, Korolev, day. The Eclipse vanishes in an instant. The finalizer's super laser finally cracks the shields. The base erupts. The entire planet explodes into hellfire. From the ring of destruction, the Millennium Falcon rockets out into space. Interior, Millennium Falcon, cockpit, space. The ship rattles. Mountainous chunks of space rock spin away from the exploded planet, creating a field of obstacles all around them. Chewbacca whines.
I know! We can't make the jump with all this debris.
Neither can that destroyer.
Chewie, cloak our signal.
Boom, the Falcon quakes. Damage alarms blare. They swerve and dodge through chunks of destroyed planet, some pieces still intact with mountains, jungle valleys, and waterfalls frozen by the cold of space. A familiar ship enters frame in blazing pursuit. The dark and jagged Knife 9. Interior, Knife 9, cockpit. Jadic Ren at the helm. Ott and Laurel flank him in elevated gun chairs. In the deep background, Hadaska floats in an electro-oxygen chamber, tubes weaving around his body. Ott and Laurel unload waves of targeted blasts on the Falcon, exploding remnants of planet when they miss the ship. Interior, Millennium Falcon, cockpit. Boom! The Falcon is hammered with laser fire, relentless.
Who's this?
Rey eyes the pursuing ship on the rearview graphic monitor.
Let me fly.
I've got the yoke. My yoke!
My ship!
Chewie roars. Both wrong. Exterior, planet debris field, space. Knife 9 pursues the Falcon through the spinning pieces of Korolov, trying to avoid collision without losing the target. The Falcon gets close to one of the planetary fragments and buzzes the surface, dodging blasts as it flies up the face of a frosted jungle mountain in space. The horizon spins as fragments spiral above both ships, spinning out on its chaotic trajectory. Suddenly, the mountain is inverted above them with the blackness of space below. Interior, Millennium Falcon cockpit. Poe fires on the jagged mountain peak, hanging above them now like a stalactite. The mountain peak blasts apart, sending projectiles spinning into the path of the pursuing craft. Knife 9 is hit by a sharp piece of rocky mountaintop, sending it wildly off course.
We're clear!
Punch it!
Light bends ahead and they rocket into hyperspace. Interior, Knife 9 cockpit. Alarms blare as they spin out. Jadik Ren regains control, righting the ship. The Falcon is gone. Jadik approaches the electro-oxygen chamber, eyeing Hadaska through the glass. Wires protrude from his mask into the main computer. He is in some kind of induced sleep.
What do you see, brother?
Jadik places his hand on the glass. Suddenly, Hadaska does the same, hand flat on the glass against Jadik's. Laurel and Ott look on, waiting for the answer. Jadik's head tilts up. He nods, removes his hand from the glass.
Set a course for Bonadan.
Duel of the Fates.
To podcasts and such.